What's up, y'all? Hey, welcome to another morning in the fight, if you will. Shit. I woke up this morning, I'm in an alright mood. I'm not mad, I'm not angry. I was thinking about this phrase yesterday, and excuse me if I look a little busted. I'm about to go to work. Y'all know the deal. I'm making this video right before I go to work. I had this thought yesterday night, which for whatever reason I wanted to bring to you guys today. It was for I'm not gonna quote this perfectly. I don't even know who the quote is from. I don't know who I heard it from. I might just be schizophrenic, though. I don't even know. This could or could not be a quote. I'm like 47.5% sure it is a quote, though. For every 7 years of good luck, there's gonna be a following 7 years of bad luck, or for something along those lines. If there's 7 years of good luck, there will be 7 years of bad luck, and it just goes to show that everything is in perfect balance. Now I'm wondering, have I already had my 7 years of good luck? And I imagine like the quote is like, I don't know. The quote is like, I guess it's like not one size fits all. It like might be a bigger time frame, or it might just like I'm taking it too literal. But what are the rules? Like, where am I? Where am I in those rules? You know what I mean? Because shit, dude. Like, I'm gonna get a little personal, but I was about to lose my crib to foreclosure. In fact, like, it's still uncertain if I'm gonna keep it or not. I say me, but in reality, it's my mom, my dad, my family, my whole family. Up until right now, I was completely uncertain if I would have a place to live March 17th when it goes up for auction. Now, we're talking to a lawyer and everything goes, sir. We're talking to a lawyer. We're filing for like Chapter 13, I think, which is like, I'm not a lawyer, but like from my understanding, asset protection, and it gives you a repayment plan to be able to keep your assets or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a fucking genius. I know that Chapter 7 is the liquidation one, where you have to sell off all your assets, and it gives you some time before you whatever. Anyway, it's not the point. Fucking look at me becoming a law channel. But yeah, bro, like I'm completely uncertain where I was gonna be able to live, and dude, it's like I'm not tripping. I know I'll eventually be able to like buy the crib back. I'll be able to buy any crib I want, and I'll be able to buy that crib back. But I don't know, losing it the first time kind of sucked, and I wouldn't have any place to really record. I'd have to really pay for studio sessions. And although I'm going to be able to pay for my crib at this specific moment, my $1,100 paycheck bi-weekly isn't necessarily allowing me to pay off a $300,000 crib. You know what I mean? Should I spend my money like I got $1 million, but I make about 1,000? So, cash. And here's another thing, guys. Don't let anybody tell you that your dreams are too big. You can dream your dream. You know what I mean? It's crazy how they call it a dream, but half of the adults in our life are really going through life asleep. Yet they call us the dreamers. They're fucking like, bro, these people are not even like, they're barely alive. They're just struggling to survive. And, when you have a dream to be able to like get out of that cycle of going through life half alive because you're going to your job, it's like it's a 9 to 5 the rest of your life. There's no excitement in that. We're not, and not only is there no excitement in that, it's not feasible anymore. You know what I mean? Especially in this economy, it's just not fucking feasible. So when a comfortable life is genuinely not that how would I say, it's not that feasible anymore, everybody's a little bit uncomfortable, why not go the extra mile? Because like, shit, what did Willem Dafoe say? Like, even his dad got a secure job. He got his college degree. Didn't get to do what he wanted to do with his life. And even then, they took his job away from him, and he had to struggle to find another one. And he had to go for a less paying job that had nothing to do with his degree. At the end of the day, bro, even the safe isn't safe. Nothing is really secure, especially while we're alive. Nothing is really secure. The only thing that we got secure is that we're gonna die. That's it. So in reality, just take the risk. You know what I mean? I'm risking my whole future right now just focusing on my music shit. But here's the funny thing. When they always told me, yeah, but you don't have a plan B. The funny thing is that I would always say, if I had a plan B, it's because I know plan A isn't going to work. Because I talked a little bit about this yesterday, but if I'm doing something, I try to not only keep up to my word, but try to be certain doing it. And in fact, trying is failing. I stick to that. I stick to that heavily. I make sure that I follow through with what I said that I was going to do. And also, I make sure I'm doing things with certainty that I'm going to be able to. And even if I'm not quite certain that I'm going to be able to do it, I'm certain that I'm going to figure out how to. That's what I'm always certain of. I'm certain I can figure anything out. Even fucking rocket science. I'm certain of it. And I'm not the brightest guy in the world, but I'm certain I can figure it out. Like, I know I can. It's never been a thought in my head that I couldn't. And if anything, recently now, in my young adult years, like now I'm 21, I've realized, like, maybe I'm not what I thought I was. Maybe I'm not that guy. Like, I've realized, but more like I've had these insecure thoughts. But here's the thing with that. That's just because life beats you down, bro. Life beats you down and breaks you until you don't recognize yourself. But you can't let it. Because that's what separates the winners from the people who stay in the past. You're never going to stop being that, bro. You're never going to stop being that. You just have to make sure you don't lose yourself. You have to remind yourself who you are. Because when life beats you, you become docile. You become numb. I wake up every day numb. But guess what? I know who I am. No matter what, I'm always going to know who I am. You know what I mean? I know the kid that I was. I know the man that I am. And that's something all of you need to keep in mind. You need to know who you are within. Sometimes I feel like, it's crazy. It's, how am I going to make it? I have no way to. Like, and everybody tells me all that. Like, oh, bro, how are you going to make it? You have no way to. You don't know what you're doing. So what? You know what I mean? When we planned to put a man on the moon, we didn't know what we were doing. Is it so crazy to fucking think that I want to, have this life? That I want to live this life? That I want to go and make sure that my family never has to work again unless they choose to? I've seen what it was. I was born with a mom and a dad. We're immigrants, dog. I know what it is to work. I've seen them work. I've had to work with them. Since an actual jit. And I'll do anything in my power to make sure that they never have to again. Everything. It doesn't matter what it is. That's a fail. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'll do anything in my power to make sure they never have to work again. Take it how you want. I don't care. There's nothing more powerful, in my opinion, than the mindset which my mom and my dad instilled upon me, and my grandma as well. These are powerful people. So yeah, I'm sorry to go on my ramble. I was just trying to escape traffic back there. I mean, not that the ramble wasn't real. I was just trying to escape the traffic, so I kind of got lost in thought there. I'm pulling into my job. I have to get in 6 minutes. I'm for sure, my parking spot has for sure been taken. Let's see. Did I get lucky? I'll be motherfucking damned. I'll be motherfucking damned. I probably shouldn't be cursing that much, but I don't really give a fuck. If y'all like it, y'all like it. If y'all don't, I mean, cover your ears and or turn the video down, but do not stop watching. Nah, I'm fucking with you. So yeah, I just pulled into my job. Final thoughts. You know, we have to go ahead and do what makes us happy. Never forget who we are. Always remind ourselves who we were and who we are. Because if you really think about it, who we are only evolves. It never devolves. Unless you don't remind yourself who you actually are inside. You're a warrior, bro. You're a warrioress. You're in anything you want to be. You understand? So yeah. Thank you for watching. I'll come back tomorrow with more thoughts. I had a stutter in the intro. I'm probably just gonna I had already set up a second intro in this whole video I recorded. I'm just gonna cut that. My phone fell. I'm gonna keep that for the authenticity. I don't give a fuck. It is YSA. It's Young Semi-Auto. And right now at my job, I gotta be John. So, fucking take it or leave it. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna see you. No.